Welcome to 44 questions about PLC programming. Someone recently asked, why don't you answer people's questions anymore? Well, we answer questions every day. So as a follow-up question, you asked, well, why don't you share them with people? Well, honestly, I just never thought anybody'd be that interested in it. But here we go, let's give it a shot. How can I figure out what cable I need for my PLC? We have a great selection guide that I'll put a link to in the description. Also, you feel free to email me and I'll help you figure that out. Could you help me learn to program Allen Bradley PLCs? Yeah, we have lots of great articles about that. Plus, we have a whole new lesson series on RS Logics. See the description. I'll put links to all this stuff in it. I tried downloading a new program into my PLC, but every time I cycle power, the old program comes back. Sounds like you have an EEPROM in there. So you either need to remove the EEPROM or write your new program to the EEPROM. My teacher tells me that if a TOF is not enabled, the enable bit will be enabled. But my program shows differently. Well, get yourself a new teacher. No, honestly, don't do that. And don't argue with your teacher. Your best bet is to sit down with one of our exercises with your teacher and talk through it. Lots of times these concepts are misunderstood. Teachers, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I've got your back. Any plans for new instructional videos? Absolutely, but sometimes it's hard to come up with concepts when it's just you thinking about it. So be sure to write in the comments what you'd like to see a video on. All right, this one's a little too involved. Are these panels built and wired in the field, or are they built in a factory and an electrician just comes along and wires the electrical supply? Who installs and configures the digital and analog field devices PLC? I'm interested in this field of control and automation, just trying to figure out where to start. Well, you know something, you've already started in the right place by contacting me. So if you have the same question, send me an email, I'll help you out. Great work, mate. I like the practical and diagram solution. Now I just need to work on normally open and normally closed contacts. What a coincidence, we actually have an article for that. Check out the description, I'll leave you a link. Where can I find a video of just a woman dancing in the background? Google. For those of you who are wondering what he's talking about, check out our Introduction to Electrical Control Panels video. Hi Tim, great video. Could you explain the basics of star delta wiring and show me how to wire these applications? Certainly, I've got an article for that. Link in the description. What is the purpose of 12 ammonia and 13 phosphorus? I have no clue. I think you contacted the wrong guy. Informative video, but I'm a Mac user. Well, I'm not aware of any PLC software that runs on a Mac, though I have heard there are some people running VirtualBox on a Mac and using a Windows guest operating system there. You can buy a Windows PC that can run PLC program software for like 200 bucks. You really have to use your Mac for that? Great video. Can you help me out with analog inputs and outputs? We have 3 articles coming out in the next few weeks that are just about that. Check the course link in the description because lessons are added often. Another comment about our Introduction to Electrical Control Panels. Lighted E-stop. They still won't know. Well, you're probably right, but at least we did our best to show them why the E-stop was pressed. And from someone else, you might want to put a push-on twist to release on a yellow background for your E-stop. That is an excellent idea, which we now do. Dude, slow down. Well, you have a pause button and a rewind button. So on YouTube, do they call it rewind? But honestly, I'm going to get reamed for saying this on a YouTube video, but you're not going to learn how to program PLCs by watching YouTube videos. Get yourself a PLC and practice, practice, practice. When I try to put an RSS file into RS Emulate, a message appears saying Slick 500 must be compiled before it can be emulated. What do I do with this? In RS Logics, click the Verify Project, then save the RSS and try again. Hey Tim, you rock, man. You get your message delivered across so simply and interesting. 2 thumbs up. Hey man, you rock too. Thanks a lot. You were very excited about your TeamViewer because you were talking 1,000 miles an hour. I do get excited about TeamViewer. Tim, I'm new to PLC programming and am learning. Does the Micro 810 have internal relays? Yes, they're called Bool, B-O-O-L, which is short for Boolean. You have motivated me to shift from the microcontroller business to PLC controls. Another programmer who has seen the light. Can you help me with my homework? I could, but you wouldn't be able to afford it. Better idea, why don't you do your homework so you can charge rates that students couldn't afford. Will this free download of RS500 allow me to connect to MicroLogic's PLCs? I have the Micro Lite version and can only access 1100. You're correct, the Micro Lite version only connects to the 1100. You'll need the paid Micro version to connect to the 1400. Thank you, you guys are awesome. I've been wiring for about a year. I just subscribed, I love your show. You're awesome too, how about you? Like the viewer that's looking at this, have you subscribed yet? Great video, can you tell me what would cause a motor starter to trip? Well, one of 2 things. Either your motor is going bad or mechanically you have more bind than the motor can overcome. So first check to see if there's anything binding like a bearing or something like that. And after that, get an amp meter and if everything looks free and your motor's pulling too many amps, chances are you have a bad motor. I'm new to controls. Can you tell me the difference between 0 to 10 volt and 2 to 10 volt? Yeah, that's about 2 volts. That's really corny control humor. But really 2 to 10 volts, chances are you're actually dealing with some type of milliamp setup. Where I used to work, they used 110 volt controls. They didn't care about us. Let's not go there. That's not completely true. 110 volt is just an older control voltage that, especially up until, I'll say in the US, up until probably the 90s, was very prevalent. Now most things are 24 volt because it is safer. But come on, let's not knock 110 volt. Change takes time. What are the steps I need to do to land a job programming PLCs? Well, if your employer's paying for it, then buy one of our PLC trainers. But let's say you're newly married and you have a kid on the way and you're just trying to better yourself, contact me first. Let's make sure that's the best course of action for you right now. I'm watching your video while reading my school book. Makes sense. Thanks for showing us how programming works. Yeah, slow down a bit. I can sit through a 20-minute video. Statistically, no, you cannot retain enough information from a 20-minute video to program PLCs. How do I get 230 single phase from 480 three-phase? You use a transformer. And again, this isn't as cool as Optimus Prime transformers. You'll use a 480 to 230 volt transformer. You'll connect it between two of your 480 volt legs. Instruction clearer. I killed my teacher. Let's just hope that's a Google Translate error. PLC videos are boring in general. This one makes me less sleepy. Thank you very much. I drink lots of coffee and tea before doing these to keep me hyper. Why did they have a TT bit in RS Logics? I really don't know, but I'm glad you figured that out. There's a link in the description that tells more about timers. They're enabled, done, and TT bits. Excellent video. Can you tell me what you use to draw your electrical diagrams? Honestly, I use a really old version of AutoCAD. It's like 2010. I've also used SketchUp. I know people that have done it in Google Drawing. What I would say about that, same as I say with everything, I mean, if you're not like drawing 8 hours a day, then don't invest a ton of money in drawing software. Can you make a video on how to diagnose a control panel? That is actually a great video idea, but it's a little too broad. So help me out in the comments. Put down, hey, what do you want to learn? A burnout relay, bad output? Help me out. Come up with some ideas, and yeah, I'll do a video on it. I didn't find the SLC PLC in my RS Logic Micro. Nope, sorry. You're going to need a higher paid version of RS Logic, somewhere in the range of like a $2,000 version of RS Logics to get that. You have an open cabinet with 480 volt and you're not wearing any protection. It's true. I risk my life to bring you this great content. Don't be a DA like me and use a crossover cable for DH45. That is true. You can burn up your port. Also, if you connect a UIC to Ethernet, you'll burn up an Ethernet port in the SLC. Do you know if the SIM-IPE will read the IP address of a SLC 500? Yes, it will, as long as it's 505. Remember, 503 is not an Ethernet port. I have pressed the reset button at least 20 times on my machine. It still will not run. Yeah, you might need to think about a new strategy. I have a Dell laptop. Cool. I have a Dell laptop too. But honestly, I've never found any brand of laptop that didn't work great for PLC programming. Thank you for resensitizing me. I'm going to guess that's another Google Translate error. And this one is for you, viewer. Did you find this Q&A session helpful? If so, comment below. If we get enough responses, we'll do this again. Till next time. Hi, this is Tim.
And this is Amber. We run the Automation Store.
Be sure to visit our support section for more great articles and videos.
And view our line of PLC cables and trainers, simulators, repair services, surplus inventory, charity auctions, and more.